happy. I'm not happy. I looked at him. I was like, brother, how far now? If you want to move funny, move funny. Don't be plotting, then smile in my face, man. Don't do that.
Onyeka kept calling Victoria, and I felt like she was trying to trigger some sort of reaction from me. I'm just like, Onyeka, is this you?
Doctor started his diary session lamenting on how unhappy he was yesterday with the head of house game. He said his timer wasn't on, he wasn't seeing his time, and at that, he didn't even know when to put in more pressure, put in more effort. And Big Brother now told him that having told you have 10 minutes to play, shouldn't that be recorded in your mind? But Tjay said, the timer, there is a way the timer makes you feel agitated or pressure you. You just have few minutes to go. You'll be pressured to walk faster. But this Big Brother safe, why you no go show person in time when they play? Anyways, moving to the dissolution of pairs, he said he's feeling it will affect his game. It's affected him already, being that Ben is the social butterfly of their duo. That now he's struggling to show that happy part of him, to socialize with other people, to show the fun side of him. He's struggling to do that because he's introverted. But Ben, it's natural with Ben. But now he has no other option than to show that part of him. Big Brother asked him on how he felt with the radicals leaving on Sunday. And he said they are getting used to evictions. Personally, he's getting used to it. That it was during the initial time that, your people will leave and you will feel hurt or feel sad all day. That now he's used to it. Now, in fact, he just knew that there is one thing assured here: either you win or you'll be evicted. So at that, he has already made up his mind. For wager prep, he said, Big Brother, your expectations are very high. Being that we already staked 100% of our biggie box. That he has gone through the story Onyeka wrote down. That it's a good one, but then the major work is in execution. He said, finger crossed, they will definitely win this one. And Big Brother then asked him, why is it that the housemates find it difficult to hold someone accountable whenever they loses their wager? And he said it's just how the game started with the whole custodian thing. People started walking on eggshells. Nobody wants to confront anybody. And even what Ebuka said, that housemates are playing safe, that yes, the housemates are playing safe because of how the game started. Although personally, this is his real self because he doesn't like confronting anybody. That he can't even remember the last time he had issue with people in real life. Rounding up his diary session, Tjay gave a shout out to his lovely wife and children. And then to Onyeka, although feeling sleepy and tired from having to stay awake last night writing story ahead of Friday wager presentation, that regardless, she's excited, she's proud of herself for coming this far and even winning the HOH. And coupled with the fact that this week is her birthday week. Onyeka said she never imagined winning this, although several times she has been close to winning, but seeing that yesterday's game, all she had in mind was just come in and play, because she played very well as a child. That she never imagined she'll win, because imagine having people like Action Ben, Nelly, competitive people. She never saw that coming, but she's grateful and happy. Although some people were surprised to see that she won, and when Big Brother told her to be specific, she mentioned Wani and Handi. She said she does not know if maybe that's one of the reasons why they want to jeopardize her reign, but she's not going to let that happen. That she will just sit there with swag, looking at everyone. At some point, there was a way Nelly was even looking at her, staring at her, but she just wants to be positive and take it as, maybe she's beginning to acknowledge her as a competitor as well, being that Nelly is such a big competition in this game. She just wants to be positive and assume that, and let it not be like, you won or something like that. Her idea on the dissolution of pairs, Onyeka said she and Chizoba came here not relying on anyone, that they are sisters, they are friends, but then they are two different people. And with this splitting, it's time for them to even show themselves the more. That coming here, their strategy was just to steal other people's strategy. If you want to cry, they will cry more than you. If crying is your strategy, they'll cry more than you. But it's funny how they even came in and became the cry babies, that they know their mom will be surprised watching them, being emotional just like she taught them to be their true self. Overall, she said moving on, she will keep being her real self, keep doing her, that she's even amazed on how far she has come on this journey, being here up until this moment, winning HOH, that indeed it's just grace. And at that, Onyeka started tearing up, she said it's tears of joy. And when she was done, she reminded Big Brother again that on Thursday is her birthday and she would like to celebrate it. For Ocee, he said coming in, him and Ocee just wanted to experience Big Brother, enjoy the experience, have fun to the fullest. But with the whole splitting thing, you just have to show what you're made of. And moving on, he will still show himself and still be enjoying the moment with his brother. And for HOH game yesterday, he said he will score himself very poor because of the whole miscommunication. He didn't get the game, but he's in for another one. After that, he gave a shout out to his missus and family members. Sooj came in tackling Big Brother on how he didn't give him the opportunity to have experience or play the game to the full. That's yesterday head of house game. And Big Brother now told Sooj that what happened is this, that before you came in, Nelly and Topher already know the consequences of trying to help someone. Now that they felt they were above that consequences because they've been buzzed out of the game, that if you have any bone to pick, it should be with Nelly and Topher. But Sooj kept telling Big Brother no, that he could have preferred if you allowed him play the game, finish the game, and then now tell him that his effort does not count. He would prefer it, because when they came back to the lounge, that people were sharing their experience, but he couldn't even share it because why? He didn't play the game to the fullest. And when he came in, he was so optimistic. When you told him the time to beat, he was ginger to do all that, only for you to tell him to stop and not move further in the game, that he really felt bad about it. But well, there is another day for another game, so he had to just put that off his shoulder and hope for the better one. For the splitting, Sooj said that he knows that a lot of things will begin to manifest. People will start showing their true self. Some people were hiding before because they feel they owe their pair some sort of responsibility, but now, including him himself, that there is a way he will be moving now, going forward. And he told Big Brother that people are even beginning to manifest themselves. Scheming is beginning to take place in the house, how things are already missing, people are hiding things, that the Aces and the Nelita always keep their stuff together. They woke up today and discovered that a chunk of their eggs went missing. Now, in fact, moving forward, he has to be on guard as well. He then told Big Brother that he's beginning to observe Shaun, that Shaun to him is two-faced, but he just don't want to act based on hearsay, so he will give it time to see for himself. That during the Smirnoff eyes, there was a way Shaun was moving towards him. He will try to pick something. Shaun will, a kind of snatch it from his hands. And then with what happened at the arena yesterday, how he was excited when he was disqualified. And again, when he had a conversation with Nelly, I actually made a video regarding that. You can watch my previous video, the conversation he had with Nelly last night. I guess he's working based on what Nelly told him to. So he told Big Brother with what Shaun had told Nelly. He's beginning to see Shaun as someone that comes to him to get info and now use the same info against him. So Big Brother now told him to remember that everything is based on hearsay. So he should give it time, be at alert, and never to lose guard. Victoria said she suspected they will get splitted at some point, but not so soon. And being that she has some strength that Shaun doesn't have, and vice versa. They complement each other. That moving forward, she will just have to struggle to play this game on her own. Although the house is a difficult place to adapt, but she will do her best to adapt. That right now in the house, you can't even get into people's conversations because of what? People now have sheep. People now have their own gang. That you can't see the Aces and the Nelitas having a conversation and try to just go there and continue with their conversation. Same way you can't see them by the way twins versus checkers and try to go in their midst. That everything would just look off. And there is a certain things the housemates are doing to her which she does not like. That yesterday when they were preparing for their task, Onyeka kept mentioning that Victoria's secret power is in moving slow. Is in moving slow. That didn't go well with her. That she kept saying it and she was now asking herself, is Onyeka intentionally saying this to trigger her or what? Big brother then asked her, do you have any unfinished business to iron out with Onyeka? And she said no, that she already addressed the whole skirt situation. That she even planned to or address this one, she just said yesterday, but she just decided to give it some time. That today she also went to Onyeka to see how preparation is going regarding the whole wedger thing. That she's just trying to adapt and know the housemates more, although she's not the type to have friends as she does not trust people, especially now that they are playing a game, but she will just do her best to socialize. Handi also shares similar fates with Victoria. She said usually she's always with Wani and Shaun, and now that they've been splitted, that she needs to show the world, what she's made of. Although Wani is still here, but now it's an individual race and she's trying to show herself, know more people, do things on her own. But she's finding it difficult because when she go into groups having conversation, just like Victoria mentioned, Mbadiwe versus checkers, Onelita versus Aces, that it looks off because she has not been doing this before. She's always with Shaun and Wani, but she's trying to do her best and she's beginning to get along with Victoria. And at that, Big Brother now asked her, are you getting along with Victoria because you both share similar fates? And Handi said, if you say so, but Victoria is very good with conversations. Big Brother then asked her how she felt with her besties leaving the house on Sunday. That's the radicals. Big Brother and Savage. Anyways, she said she felt emotional because a night before, Femi came to her and told her to be nice to him, that he feels this might be his last day in the house. So watching them leave on that Sunday felt very emotional for her, and with the whole nomination thing, that she just felt a kind of way, but then all the best to them as they leave the house. And same thing with Ocee. Ocee said when Mickey hugged him on that Sunday when they were mentioned to leave the house, that he felt a kind of way because he was among those that nominated them, and now seeing them leave, and he nominated them based on that little issue that happened. And now seeing them leave and seeing how Mickey just came and hugged him, he felt a kind of way, but all the best to them. Onyeka is not even joking with this week wager preparation, for diary room to taking her shower to back to giving instruction and telling the housemates on the next thing to do. All the best to them.